Now, a new deal on climate change has been proposed at COP29 as almost 200 countries meet in Baku in Azerbaijan, the capital. The deal proposes wealthier countries give $250 per annum by 2035 to developing nations to help tackle climate change. Let's get those details from Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela, who joins us live from Baku, where the summit is taking place. Good afternoon to you, Mweli. $250 billion per annum, a far cry from the $1 trillion that South Africa and the other countries were asking for.
Yes, indeed, Masa, a far cry. In fact, if I can take from a statement that has just been released by Climate Action Network International, what they are saying is that this latest draft text of the new collective quantified goal is not just a joke, it's an insult to the people in the global south living on the front line of the climate crisis. 250 billion rand 250 billion US dollars per year in public finance is peanuts. So that's some of the sentiments coming from climate change activists that are participating in this conference, Masa. You know that it's been a long journey. This is the last day, but still there's no conclusive deal in as far as climate finance is concerned. And we know that countries that are still developing, including South Africa, have been negotiating for at least 1.3 trillion US dollars per annum in as far as the climate finance goal is concerned, but they are not getting that. So the developing countries maintaining their stance there to say that they don't have that money to finance developing countries. And also, when you look into the new proposal, Masa, it states very clear that the developing countries themselves should also pop up something and also urge some entities in the private sector to also make a contribution. So this is a serious blow for the developing countries, especially because they came here very much aware that most of the problems of climate change are not as a result of what they are actually doing back in those different developing countries. But the biggest culprits are the well-developed countries. That is why they are saying that they are responsible for what has been happening, so they must pay for that. We are still going to get some reaction, Masa, from South Africa. The minister is still part of those delegates coming from South Africa negotiating. He also did mention that he's also part of those countries that want at least 1.3 trillion US dollars per annum by 2035. So we will get a reaction. They told us that the Department of Environment is still trying to study this latest proposal. So we will be here to try and see if indeed something different from this will come out. But it seems like it will be very difficult to come to a different deal from what we've seen at the present moment. But we might also, Masa, see the UN chief, the Secretary General Antonio Guterres, again addressing this particular conference because of the deadlock that is currently being seen happening at the present moment. But he has made it very clear that countries mustn't go back home empty-handed. There must be a deal that has to be reached by consensus. And when we look at things, Masa, at the present moment, it looks like that consensus won't be something that will be realized at this COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan.